And good morning. Welcome. We're doing a digital version of our weather and traffic this morning because it's been a very interesting day, to say the least. Some of you have a couple of inches of snow on the ground. Some of you just slush everywhere, right?
That's right.
And we've got a problem out by the airport.
Yeah,
Lindsey,
we're going to hit on traffic first, and we'll get into what's going on the radar now, and then what's going on for the rest of the day. So first and foremost, we do have a crash on the west side. You're seeing this right there. It does look like that shoulder and perhaps far left lane is currently blocked, but really noticeable at this point. The visibility has drastically dropped as that snowfall rate has started to pick up over on the west side. Again, this is I-70 westbound near the airport. We've got a car that was inverted and had reportedly hit a guardrail, and so emergency crews out there responding to that incident. Other than that, I really want to give kudos to our road crews. I mean, we've known about this event for several days now. They did great planning, and our roads so far today have mainly been just wet, but we really haven't seen the most intense part of the storm system just yet. Now that we're in the 8 o'clock hour, we're starting to see some of these heavier bands setting up, and this is where our snowfall rates, as well as our snowfall ratios, which I'll get to in a minute, are going to start to increase. So noticing here some heavy snow now over in Brownsburg. That band is set up really between Brownsburg and about Frankfort. That extends over to Cicero just to the north of Anderson, and we've had some very impressive snowfall rates in southern Indiana, just on the northern side of that transition from where we've got a little rain near Brownstown and Austin, just north of that. So Columbus to Bloomington, kind of that transition zone. Very heavy snow tends to develop on the very northern extent of that rain to snow transition. So that's what we're seeing in southern Indiana. And as the bigger picture now shows us, we've got this area of low pressure that's been kind of hanging out just southwest of us, across portions of western Kentucky. That is now starting to track north-northwest. As it gets into southern Indiana, that puts central Indiana on the cooler side of this weather system. So temperatures have been holding steady between about 32, 34 so far today. As some of that cooler air takes back over, we're going to see colder air just above the surface, and that will change our snow ratios over, meaning we could potentially see more snow. So we talk about the ratio standard. This is just an example. Say our weather models are picking up around 1 inch of liquid precip. At a snow ratio of 10-1, that would put us around 10 inches of snow. Well, weather models are still reporting about 1 inch of liquid precip for us. So as we see this change, and keep in mind, our ratios, we've had temperatures just above freezing. So our ratios have been somewhere between 3 and 4-1. Once that colder air takes over, we will see them moving up to more so a 7-1 ratio. So we should start to see these accumulations, Chuck, becoming a little bit more impressive as compared to what we've had so far.
Yeah, and the snow that you showed us down around Nashville kind of bears that out already this morning. This is Bloomington. This is Columbus. This is actually south of Columbus where that snow is going to start to move in. You folks there have seen snow and then some graupel or sleet even as well. This is a look at the Brownsburg area right off of 74 where we've had some bursts of snow that have been heavy at times. And wow, this is Lebanon. It looks a lot better than it did about 10 minutes ago, but you folks in Lebanon along I-65 have seen snow too. Here's the winter storm warning, still in effect until 7 o'clock tonight. Columbus, Bloomington to Peru, including the Indy metro area, all under this, and the reason for that is because we're expecting some pretty hefty snow amounts. Now, as we move into the day, what's really key here is what Lindsey was pointing out, and that's the fact that these temperatures are going to hang around the freezing mark. When you get 34, 36, that 3-to-1 ratio she was talking about, I don't think I've seen that maybe more than once or twice in my life, and it's going to get back to a more suitable situation for accumulating snow later on this morning. So we're still going with 5 inches of snow for many of you in the metro area north, less than that south. There will be some spots that get higher than 5 inches, but here's what it looks like at 9 o'clock today. So this is in about 50 minutes. Again, that line is going to be changing temperature-wise, but we do expect some bursts of heavy snow at times. This is at lunchtime, and if you watch over on Channel 13, Sean Ash will be with you talking about this, and I think that during the beginning of the evening rush hour, this starts to thin out, and yes, we could have snow falling during the evening rush hour, but it's not going to be horrible, and it will give road crews time to get caught up if they are behind. 33 today, 5 inches plus for most of you watching us here on Facebook Live. 32 with an additional inch of snow on Thursday. And then we start to warm up a bit. In fact, we could see some rain on Sunday, but we will take 39. And all of this will be a bad memory. Hey, we're over at 827 on Channel 13 WTHR. Tune in then. If you've got some questions, just let us know here on Facebook.
Hey, Chuck, you want to take
Yep.
a question or two?
Yes, hold on. We're rolling the music.
We're rolling the
Well,
music.
we got
Okay.
a question. Go ahead,
Matthew's
Lindsey.
asking about the wind today in Martinsville.
Yes. So our winds are really going to pick up. We're expecting 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts from, let's say, 9 o'clock on this morning. And so in some of these rural areas, that's going to pick the snow up and blow it. Got another thing coming up here?
Joyce is saying good morning from Versailles. So
Hi,
how
Joyce.
about up there?
In Versailles, well, down in Versailles, down southeastern Indiana, you guys have already had, many of you have had 2 inches of snow. So from, let's say, Versailles up to Brookville and then over to Greensburg, that's an area that's already picked up a couple of inches. You'll probably get 3 to 5.
And one more, Monica in Lafayette.
Hi, Monica. Good morning, Lafayette. 5 inches plus there. And watch out on I-65. Lebanon to Lafayette is a slick mess. Thank you, Lindsey.
All right.
And we'll see you again, 827 this morning on Channel 13. Thanks for watching us here on Facebook Live.